bird. It's a plane. It's
Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action. This is Mark Wade, writer of Superman Birthright, and you're listening to
the All Things Kryptonian podcast, including Superman and Supergirl.
We discuss games, movies, cartoons, TV shows, and comics.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
This is Dan Jurgens, and if you want to have a good time, keep listening to the Krypton Report.
If you want to help out this show and any other show on Southgate Media Group, and you really don't have the extra money to do so, check this out. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. At the top, there's a link to Amazon. Click that, log into your Amazon, shop and buy like normal, and part of the money that you spend comes back to us to help us with our podcast. Hello, everybody. I just want to let you know that Southgate Media Group has its own Patreon. That's right. For $5 a month, you can get exclusive shows, content, and interviews with the different podcasters of the network. This Week in Geek is a Patreon exclusive only series. So check it out. Go www.patreon.com/Southgate Media Group. We are always adding new content. If you're like me and you love listening to different podcasts about Superman, I have a few that I want you to check out. Some of my favorites are The Last Sons of Krypton. Connor and Ray are always reviewing different books, and it's really nice and refreshing to kind of dig back into older stuff. The Aspiring Kryptonian, Tasman and her team are always finding interesting people to interview. Digging for Kryptonite has become one of my favorite ones to listen to, as Anthony digs into different eras of the character. There's always the Always Hold On to Smallville, which I've guested on before, if you're wanting to step back into that nostalgia realm. So check out all these, and there are many, many more. So check out our Twitter, because we're constantly finding new podcasts that inspire and bring hope to everyone around.
It's time for Red, that's James, and Blue, that's me. Welcome to the Krypton Report podcast. We're going to talk about Superman, Red and Blue, number 3 and 4. And I just thought it'd be kind of fun to introduce ourselves like that, because, you know, James is Superman Red, and I'm Superman Blue.
Well, you know, it's nice to get in one of these stories, we get an issue where, or in one of these stories, we get a sequence with Red Superman saving people. Most of the time when you see Electric Superman, it's usually Electric Superman.
Well, you know what? Like, it's funny because people forget that the concept of Red and Blue goes back before Electric Avenue. The one that I've been trying to read and find is The Amazing Story of Superman Red and Superman Blue and Superman Volume 1, Superman issue 162 in 1963. I'm trying to find that one. Because just from the cover art, it looks like Superman Blue, looks like he married maybe Lana. And Superman Red married Lois. So,
yeah, from the looks of it, Superman Blue married Lana, and they were on Earth. Their kids had powers, and Superman Red married Lois and took her back to New Krypton or whatever, and they didn't have any powers, and they were all just normal.
Yep, and there's Krypto. It was cool that Justice League Action, you know, they paid tribute and did an episode with Superman Red and Superman Blue. Just the whole idea of the blue and red energy. But, hey, let's get into this. Wait, is there any news? Hold on.
The only news that I know of is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom has begun filming.
Which is so weird because I thought it already had. And then I saw that and I was like, yeah. Okay, the only other news is a little small. Doug Gray Scott is not returning for Batwoman Season 3. He's done. And Batwoman Season 2 ended. They just had their season finale. So.
I have not caught the finale yet. So I think I'm on episode 14. So not too far off.
Excuse me. It wasn't. Excuse me. Get some water here. Water, sponsored for the Krypton Report.
Make sure you always consume your
agua. So, let's see here. I'm looking. Okay. What I was going to say is that when it ended, the finale, it wasn't horrible. It actually was kind of neat. They did some cool things, some call-outs to some villains. And what was sad was I thought they did something in the episode, and I was like, wow, they actually had the courage to do this. And no, they didn't, but it was just poorly done. So I was all excited for nothing. And you're like, what are you talking about, Tyler? And I'm like, you know what, James? I'll just have to wait and tell you after you watch it.
Well, I will definitely be getting there shortly. So far, Superman and Supergirl and Batwoman are the only shows I've watched this season.
Let's see. Currently, as of this recording, The Flash just reintroduced Godspeed on tonight's episode. So, which hopefully will, start to pick up. That Flash has been really weird this season.
I don't know. The Flash definitely lost me a bit last season. I do want to watch it because I haven't watching The Flash since it's come on. But this season I was, besides just being so busy that I can't watch anything I want currently. I do want to watch it, but it definitely has not been a priority.
Which is saying something. So, all right, James, hold on. I'm gonna write something down. I'm gonna go look for something real quick Janine needs in the basement. So, give me a quick second, and we'll pick up. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
And I am back.
Listen to this. You never realize how little self-control you actually have until chips and salsa are in front of you at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, ready to jump back in?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, hold on, I coughed. So, what a dick. Isn't that what Knox said in Batman? He's like, what a dick.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. So we've been saving these up. And I like doing 2 books in them, as in 1 month instead of, doing them when they come out. I just feel like you have a little bit more to compare with. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, especially with these anthology books, it gives us a lot of stories to talk about. But just doing some issues as we've gone along has been really fun,
Yes.
Trying to keep up on every single one.
So, which covers did you get?
All right. So, I believe. Let's see, name got to be in some cover art by Paul Pope and Mike Spicer.
Okay.
Is what I got for issue number 3. And
okay.
So yes, I do have that issue number 3, that same one. And issue 4, the only one that he actually had was the John Romita Jr. John Romita Jr., Klaus Janson, and Alex Sinclair. So it's, I know we don't, I know that people know that we don't really care too much for Romita's art, but this one just being a flash face-to-face profile shot,
It works.
so you don't get that tiny waist and the thin legs and all that stuff in the shot. It looks good.
Yeah, I mean, just to be clear, people, before everyone's mad at me in the entire world, I don't hate Romita's art. I just prefer it on independent projects and originals compared to seeing it on classic characters.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously the guy is a great artist, but it just fits certain characters, his style, and not everybody's style is for everybody. So
Yeah, I mean, that's always the most fun with comics is Brian and I had a large discussion about how I always hated, like, on a, not a variant, but like you buy a comic off the shelf and, it's a cover, and then you open the book and it's completely different art. I'm like, that always just bums me out because sometimes you're buying the book because of the art that you're seeing on the cover. So, but yeah, this number 4 that I got was the only variant he had in the shop, and I just thought it looked so different because it's like it uses blue and red, but a lot of white. And I'm trying to figure out who did mine.
look on the back of the inside cover.
Okay. Well, I see. Where? How do you know? We'll see.
The first thing on the inside cover should say cover art.
It says cover by, then it says variant covers by Alexander Lozanzo, Walt Simonson, and Laura Martin. So, okay, that's how it is. I got Lozano.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Lozano. He did the cover art of this one for 4. So it's cool. It is cool. So we'll just jump into number 3. They've had great alternate covers.
Yeah, I know we got the Bermejo on issue 1.
Which I would.
No, we both did.
Yeah. I wish he could do another, cover would be fine with me. He still has one of my best Superman art pictures of all time. It's his cover for Secret Origins. I really wish that was a, poster. Because that was another thing Brian and I talked about was how it seems like you never see any more these awesome artists releasing their art like posters. I remember seeing the Bermejo Joker like walking out of Arkham as a poster, and that was it. But I'd love to have a Bermejo poster.
Well, I'm pretty certain they just came out with the Bermejo artwork book, right?
Yeah. I don't want to hang it on my wall.
Like every picture.
But like, can I just
take
have
the book
this?
apart meticulously, not damage a single piece.
But I need 2 books. Wait, they print on both sides? Yes. Give me 3 books.
Right. Absolutely.
So, Superman Red and Blue, number 3. All right, here we go. The first story, Superman in Deadline, by Jess J. Holland. What do you think of this one, James?
I like the artwork.
I love the artwork.
Yes, the artwork, very good. Kind of cool that they gave, and we get Bruce and Diana in the story, so it's kind of cool that they each have a skin tone and color to their outfits, as opposed to Superman and everyone and everything around is just red and blue, and it's yeah, it was an interesting look. But the way they talked about way she talks about him being Superman and the way that Bruce talks about him being Clark. It's fantastic. Both completely true.
Yeah, and how they both respect him for everything he does. Where's the one that says? Hold on. I've been known to drop people off at prisons and fly away and let the authorities take care of them. Not Clark. He's polite.
Yeah, and it's got him shaking hands with police officers and taking selfies with people.
Yeah.
So she says he's Superman. He belongs to everyone, so his time is not.
And Bruce has the line about, Superman, but I know Clark. He starts talking about Clark in journalism school, and Clark doesn't miss a birthday, doctor's appointment, or a bar mitzvah, or a deadline. He's responsible that way. Must be those Midwestern farm values he grew up with. And he especially doesn't miss dinner with his friends. You see the whoosh. And then
I like the next line where, you get the dark box meeting a tough deadline when he feels human, because writing and composing an article in the manner that he does, because he publishes pieces that expose and help people.
Mm-hmm.
So, he has a real job, and it's a difficult. I like how Bruce and Diana, though, they make a bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I've got $100 that says he doesn't make deadline and dinner too. Bruce says make it $10,000. Got it. I like the look they share. Don't tell me you're cash princess. Clark's betting on this. I like that they both say the money will go to it'll go to a charity. It'll go to rural agriculture renewal, which Clark, growing up on a farm, really appreciates that. And Diana, and if I win, the money will go to journalism education. So now he's on the run. He's going to do his Superman thing. He's going to do his Clark thing, and he's going to have dinner with his friends. And somebody somewhere is getting a $10,000 donation, and that just makes it worth his while.
Mm-hmm. I just when he was like, Clark, I'll take $10, make it 10,000. Bruce, I'm out. Okay, okay, I can't be making $10,000 bets, man.
Right. On a reporter's salary, good luck.
Yeah, I like this one. It's one of my favorites of the issue. The next one is called Kilgore City. The writer and artist is Mikhail Fife. What do you think of this one?
I like the ending. Some of the art was pretty cool. I think it was very creative. Being able to tell a story in this art form, it's very cartoonish.
Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that early, maybe that 90s, 80s period of Frank Miller. Who else am I thinking of? The kind of the Judge Dredd, but an Obear from The Crow style. Not exactly like that, but just that kind of that sense you got, unconformist artist type thing.
Right.
In that time period.
Very much. It very much looks sketched. It's good. It's interesting. It's different.
That's a good term.
It works great for this story. I like that Superman is the only one who's really colored, and Booster is classic Booster.
A lot of white used.
Yes. There's a lot of white space.
So, but it was cool. I don't remember it. I read it, but it's just, they're fighting robots that are fighting against Cyborg Superman. I think some of these, when they do them like this, it kind of takes me out of it. They fight Brainiac, like his head shuttle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
like I said, the only thing I liked was like the ending, like the last page. When it came to the writing and the story, it's just next time, just ask nicely. The world itself up to you that way. You need never be alone again.
Right. Now that I do like. So.
That was my takeaway from this whole this story here.
The next one is actually my favorite of this book. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. It's called A Man Most Saved, written by Brandon Thomas. So, what do you think about this one?
Same. I mean, my favorite story of this issue as well.
I love it because, first of all, the guy. So the gentleman here. Oh, hold on. What's his name? Dr. Miles is talking about how he's been saved by Superman 3 times. And what I love is the first time he saved, no, not 3 times. It shows us, hold on, multiple times. That's why I was thinking 3. But anyways, it says the 3rd time was like right after Superman came back to life. He's in the black suit with a silver shield. The 6th time is electric red Superman. Found that interesting, that it's red Superman, because underneath it, the 9th time is from the New 52, and it's when Superman was in, the T-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, from Action.
And if you think about it, technically, he is the red energy. And then
when it came back to the Reborn storyline.
Mm-hmm. And then it shows the first one was Superman and regular classic Superman saving Charles Miles.
And Charles was a kid.
Yep.
And the next one, he's older, like maybe college or just entered the workforce.
And then, of course, he looks like he's on his honeymoon, vacation, cruise ship. And, of course, the New 52 when he's older and starting his practice. That just shows you how slow Superman ages.
What was interesting, too, is, the way it is because Superman saved him so many times.
Mm-hmm.
It totally makes a point for that, but also the fact that Superman, the restart of the New 52, says some guys only get 1 life, but I've gotten, I don't know how many of this. So, like, being both by being saved and, returning after each crisis or chain in timeline.
I was thinking about that. Like, it's like each reboot.
That's more of a meta thing for, I think, the audience,
Yep. Oh, totally. I was reading the part where he talks about a couple times when things were quiet enough, he actually talked to me afterwards. We talked about all kinds of stuff over the years. We've had lunch like 4 times. He never gets to finish it, but he always tries. And then it talks about his most recent time saving Superman, and he said it was a nightmare, that everything he tried, basically he ends up having to operate on Superman. And it's neat because Charles tell me you have your bag, couldn't see, it's shallow, got me far, and like Superman's hurt. And it's interesting because he says, it's Charlie, man. And for you, I can get it. And then the bottom panel is, then don't mind me. And he's using his heat vision to blast away whatever they're fighting while Charles is working on pulling the kryptonite bullet out. And they don't say, wouldn't that be funny, like in a very meta way, if that was like Bloodsport and his people, like the robots, just like
right.
that's been going on.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, here we go. You know, takes a kryptonite bullet.
And then right then, as they're talking, a guy pulls a gun on him and says, "Miss Grant, move." And he goes to shoot. And when he pulls the trigger, Superman swoops in and takes the blast. It's the red kryptonite this time, Superman. You wouldn't believe how easy these are to make now that. And then, boom, Charles stabs him in the hand and punches him in the face. And it says at the bottom, the 13th time Superman has saved him, the second time that he saved Superman. I love it. And I also like the fact that Charles seems like he's a good citizen, just being out and about. He's not doing anything crazy like we'll later see in Superman or in number 4.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a good story. It's a really good story. It's the best one in this issue. Yeah. Superman sees him when he falls down and he lands him.
So, all right. The next one I actually really liked. I think the thing about this next one that got me was the art is really different. It's Christian Ward doing the art and Nick Spencer is doing the writing. I mean, the art is good, but I think, I don't know, for me, it just kind of took me out of the story a little bit just because, I don't know, it was just different. Maybe it's the coloring, but I do like this because the first time I was reading it, I kind of missed part of it. But basically, you see them putting him in the casket, the rocket, and he looks like he's holding like a stuffed bear, like it's Superman's own teddy bear.
Right.
And so then we turn the page, and basically Superman is giving these orphans a tour of the fortress. Krypto's there, and they all have some like toys and stuff with them. There's a little girl who's carrying like a stuffed looking Pinocchio with a rocket ship head. And what's neat is Superman gives all these kids like rings that gives them the ability to fly, and they're flying around. And Toyman's trying to get into Superman's forbidden vault. And it's just neat because it's like one day for these kids, and one girl knocks over stuff in the fortress and breaks it, but basically Toyman turns on that weird stuffed creature thing and basically has a big weird toy attack.
Of course, Toyman would be at the fortress when he's got a group of kids there.
Right.
Dude.
And I love that there's a caption that says, he knew what was at stake. He had to protect these children, and he knew he could never let Toyman into that vault. And what I like is you see him fighting this Toyman robot thingy. The kids are scared. And I like how the way the panel is, there's one side that's like more red. It's him as the baby. On the right side is blue. And on the left side, you go back. You see the kid scared. He punches the machine, destroys it. And what I love is you see the one kid crying. The teacher lady says something like, if I can ever get this one to stop crying now, that she's awake, she really loved that doll. And it says he knew then what he had to do. But what I really like is at the bottom of like her thought bubble, it like starts to fade. When she's saying, even if it was a murder bot, like it's starting to fade because Superman's like shifting. And he says, I might have something to help. And you see him dart off. And he goes to his vault that Toyman was trying to get into and gets his bear when he landed on Earth and gives it to the kid. So,
Yeah, like something was inside the vault that shouldn't have been there, and it's its teddy bear.
I love it. It's cool. It's something new on like the Superman mythos that you could just throw in somewhere. But
Right.
What you got for the last one? I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Yeah, so this one I didn't even really, it didn't stick with me.
Me either. I don't. It's the art. So I think the art is a little different, like especially on the next page of Superman's face. But I don't know. I think I like these smaller like anthology stories when they're just a little more smaller and I don't know, more personable than like just him doing like more normal-esque things than fighting a giant meteor that has a sentient being in it.
Yeah, so he goes past, so he something's approaching Earth, something picked up very far out past Mars. And so he takes off, he flies from Earth, flies out past Mars to what looks to be like an asteroid, like something, and tries to destroy it, and his heat vision starts bouncing off, and and then it has an eye and it has a mouth, so it seems like a creature, and it sees the sun, and it goes crazy after the sun. Superman goes to cool it down, collects a bunch of ice.
Yeah, and when he cools it down, it relaxes. It connects with him with like its weird tentacle thing on his brain. We find out it's a lost baby. And basically Superman helps it by putting all Lexus satellites on it and then sends it back out into space.
Satellites in your family should pick up the signal in no time.
But yeah.
Send them out.
So what'd you think of Red and Blue number 3?
It was okay. Two really good stories. Some artwork, like some artwork I liked. Some of it I didn't really like that much.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, at least 3 good, solid stories in here. And the end of the last page of the second book. We need never be alone again.
Yeah. I kind of wish that was the last one. Like, so that, like, as you end the book, like, that's the last thing you're looking at before you close the book. So,
yeah, that would have definitely been a better final page.
Yeah. And then him pushing the thing into space. Yeah, like you said, I think, 3 stories I like.
3 solid stories, yeah. The end of the 4th was good.
And 2 art styles I really like. So, all right, let's get into number 4. Number 4 was exciting when I opened it and I read who the first writer was for Name Repus. Yes, Namripus. Written by Mark Waid. I was like, sweet. I didn't know that Mark Waid had also got the title of DC Comics super historian. Like he's a DC Comics historian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this story is cool. This is very Silver Age. And this is kind of, to me, a fun... The art is cool. It's an older style of art. Like 50s, 60s, but like 50s and 60s trying to look like the 20s and 30s. Or the 30s and 40s, I mean. And
the art style and issues.
And we're in the fifth dimension, which is always fun. It's not as a writer. I think it could be fun, just because you can pretty much do anything, but it also might hurt your head too, much like writing Bizarro. And basically, Mixie goes to propose. And he says, will you do the honor of becoming Mrs. Mixie? That's all I'm saying. I can't pronounce this stuff, okay?
Yeah, what did we call her? She's in Supergirl. What did they call her? What's her nickname? Gypsy? Is that what they call her?
Where's my Supergirl note? Yeah, I think so.
Why am I blanking on what they were calling her?
Yeah.
Either way, we got Mixie here, and we've got the same character that is currently the imp on Supergirl.
It is, but I feel
saw escaping the Phantom Zone there.
But I feel like they gave her a different name. Hold on. Mixley? Was it? No.
Yeah, they called her Nixley.
Nixley, yeah. Nixley.
This is who she is, though. I think that's one of
yeah.
I think there was a full name in the Action Comics, Grant Morrison. There was a name for her, and Nixley was like part of last.
So he goes to propose to her, and he goes to hand her, it says peanut brittle. And she opens it, and it's actual peanut brittle inside, and she gets mad. And she says, I ain't settling for marriage to a mope. I deserve a partner who cares enough to prank me. And then Mixie opens it, and out jumps the, origami dragon. And then Superman appears, and basically, Mixie says, you? And Superman says, you bet. I'm here from the third dimension to bed devil you. And I'll never stop until you fool me into saying my name backwards. So basically, this is Superman playing reverse on Mxyzptlk. He's in his space, causing every prank, joke thing that Mixie tries to do. He fixes it. I like how he roasts his food, his dinner. You just see Superman outside using his heat vision to roast it. He uses his freeze breath when Mixie's walking. He uses whipped cream.
Build his house with cream.
Yep. Throws a big pie at him. And then we see Mixie trying to give him dinner. He says, not hungry. And he's looking in his soup, and it says, name Rupus. And then we see Mixie's an eye doctor, and he says, all right, patient, read this eye chart out loud, and we'll see if you need glasses. And Superman's like, why would I wear glasses?
Why would I ever wear glasses? And it says Superman is a dope back. Not quite, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah. And then we have Pro Namry Puss Locks. And then Superman's just, really? And then he's leaving the grocery store, and he's singing, I'm Superman. And Mixie's like, finally, now to play your name backwards in your own voice. Goodbye, Super Mook. And he plays it. It says, Namrapus. And Superman's just yawning. And basically, Mixie snaps. And it's, what? He basically loses, why can't I defeat you? Why isn't this working? He says, I can't even make out the words anymore. Your voice is like a leaf blower, which is what Mixie said before, why he can't ever say things normal.
It's funny. It's we're gonna have to use this as a curse word now. Zixen,
Yeah,
like the Zixen leaf blower.
I'm gonna use that. And then basically, and we find out Superman's backwards name is what? James, what is it? Tenek
What?
Karalik Clark Kent backwards. And we see Superman say it. He goes poof, and then, what do you call it? The girl reappears. Gypsy kisses Mixie, and basically, she's like, "You're not mad," and basically, it's like a reverse psychology type thing. That the real prank was Superman, and then that makes Mixie even more angry. That Superman basically was pulling a prank on him, and then took credit. So it was. I liked it. It was cool. It showed a different kind of side of Superman.
Yeah, it was fun. He most of the time when Mixie comes, like he's an annoyance as opposed to a danger, because things revert back. But I mean, he can be an extreme danger. So it's nice to see that Superman is goofing them.
Yeah. So the next one is written, and the art is by Francis Manapul, which he has his own art style, and I like it. It's different, but it's really cool art. And we find out in this, it's really about Superman flying into space. And he's going to, what do you call it? He appears on the planet. Is it Mars or the asteroid that they're exploring?
This one didn't really stick to me.
Because
I just read it.
It's weird because he's up there and he finds Bizarro. And the artwork's great, but basically, and he talks about, we'll explore tomorrow, my friend. Like, I don't know. It was okay, but because you have Superman narrating and you have Bizarro narrating a good bit, but you don't realize it. So it's interesting, but I'm thinking I would have to go back. It is Superman just narrating. I thought it was just the way it was written. It looked like a Bizarro speak. But like I said before, like Bizarro stories sometimes just don't stick with me.
Right. I like some Bizarro stories and some don't stick. They can definitely much. They can be. I do like the end though. It's a not end. Yeah. Because we also get to see more Bizarro in this. Yeah, that's probably why Bizarro's on the cover. Yeah. But the next one is A Little Is a Lot. I actually really like this one. This is probably my favorite of this book. And I hate saying it with a book with Mark Waid. But that one's more about Mixie. And this one, to me, is a little bit stronger message of Superman. But basically, what I like is it starts with Superman running down the alley, doing the classic shirt rip, and it says at the bottom, "Don't believe what they want you to, son." He turned the page, and it says, "Years ago in Smallville, Kansas." And we see Jonathan and Clark loading up the truck, and about how the harvest wasn't that big. And what I like is Jonathan says, "Yeah, well, Leroy Gerkenskoth
harvest was even worse. With his wife taking ill, he needs whatever we can spare. And then Clark's complaining, and Jonathan's like, a little is a lot when it's all you have to give. Besides, it just isn't us, the Campbells, the Windholes, the Keenans. They're all pitching in too. And you know why? And then Clark says, because deep down, folks want to be good to each other. And Jonathan's like, I'm glad you heard that.
Yeah.
And then when you turn the page, you see like an explosion. People are stuck in their cars. Superman's like holding up the rubble. And while he's holding it, what you're seeing is people running and getting each other for help. And they start building, basically lifting things up to help support. It looks like an overpass is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And they help support it so Superman can come down, but they get everybody clear. And then at the bottom box, it says, see what I told you? And you turn back to Smallville, and you see Clark and Jonathan on the truck with a lot of people helping out and pitching in, bringing a little bit to help the people. And at the end it says, be the example they need.
This final picture of Pa Kent kind of looks like Kevin Costner.
Yes, it does. and Clark looks like Darren Criss. Straight up.
Yeah.
Hey, Jania, do you think that looks like Kevin Costner? Really? You don't think Pa Kent looks like Kevin Costner? Right here. Okay, fine. Jania says it doesn't, but I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever, Jania. That's what James said, not me.
It's art. We all see what we see.
So the next one is, I understand, but it's a Bizarro story, and the art I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't like the art, but it's kind of like Bizarro telling a story. Like one story is being told in pictures, and one's being told, and I just didn't like it. It didn't stay with me, because Bizarro to me is just, yeah, it's his birthday, and he's upset because they're picking on him, making fun of him, and it's really Mixie doing it. And then at the end, Superman really shows up and gives him a cupcake. And the last thing is Bizarro and sad. So, yeah. I mean, it
was just that.
But it just, I don't know. It just, the context, the Bizarro, the art, it just took me out. I'm sorry, Michael Conrad.
Once you saw that it was Mixie messing with them, swinging at everybody and stuff, and he got all upset just to see Superman's there for the same reason. It's a special day. So, like Bruce said in the last issue, he doesn't miss a birthday.
Yep, it's true. It's true. Now, the last story, called #SavedBySuperman, annoyed me. And not because of the story, because of how true I believe the story to be with people today. And it's basically some dude, Preston Scott Daly, with his phone for his YouTube, it says my favorite line that makes me want to punch people in the face, and I'm not violent, but the hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Like, even on our YouTube, I'm not saying, hey, subscribe down below. No. Okay? I don't know why. It's just one of those things that just annoys me to hear people say. But basically, he's at the Daily Planet. He's trying to get a shot. And, it's your boy, Preston Scott Daly's World. And he falls off the Daily Planet. And, of course, Superman gets him. And then, of course, he goes right back into it. And, gosh, just reading it makes me, like, annoyed.
Yeah. YouTube personality.
It reminds me of a certain YouTuber, and I won't even dignify using his name, but who's a D-bag.
But I've heard YouTubers and they're always just yelling and crap. So you almost hear the friggin' things he's saying in the page when you read them as like he's a moron yelling.
Yeah, crush that like button if you want to see it again. And let's see if we can get a shout out from my man, your man, the Superman. And he says, let's edit that last part out. The Superman flew.
He's gone.
And then it says 1 week later, and Superman's fighting Solomon Grundy. And he's trying to get him to calm down. And then Solomon says, crush Superman. And he just hits him and says, hold that thought. And he takes off. And this is what happens with our idiotic culture. What's up, guys? Fly Guy Fry here, and we're going to see if Superman can catch me before. And Superman saves him. Watch ya girl, Bonnie Riz, take the Save Me Superman challenge. Of course, Superman saves her. But while in the middle of stopping an asteroid, stopping robots, fighting Bizarro, fighting the Atomic Skull. Hey guys, they're saved. It's your boy. That's the third "ya" in here.
Yeah.
Hashtag save me Superman challenge, and look how unhappy he looks with that. And then he fights Mixty. And yeah, did you see? And then, what's up, Preston Scott Nation? You'll love the first video so much. We're doing it again. And then Superman takes him up. And he's like, open your eyes, Prescott. Take a look. And he's yelling, please don't drop me. Here we go. You know Batman probably would. Or at least make you think he would. But that's not my style. I just want you to look. He's like, there are 11 million people down there. Every day I do my best to save each and every one that needs me to. From Brainiac, Lex, Darkseid, Doomsday. And all the rest doesn't matter who, what it is. That's what I'm saying, man. Superman, always come through. I just want everyone to see that. And he says, basically, believe me, Preston, they do. But it wouldn't matter one bit if they didn't. I don't do it for likes or views. Not all of us have superpowers, yo. That makes you special. What makes me special is people like to watch me. You want me to give that up? That's when Superman should have let go. And pulled a Batman. And saved him about 3 millimeters from the concrete. So, just saying. But no, Superman's better than that. And he says, no, Prescott, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you to think about who you want to be. Do you want to keep being one of the people I've saved, or do you want to turn into the kind of a person I'll wind up having to save everyone else from? And he says, I'm not going to make you in this challenge nonsense. Again, not my style, but I am asking you to. Sincerely hope you. I'll think about it. Then a little girl comes up and asks if she can take a selfie. And she's asking very polite. And she says, if you have the time and all. And he says, there's a plane with an engine trouble 20,000 feet above us. Luther just got his little cannon working again. And I'm pretty sure I just heard a boom tube. So let me make it quick. Wow.
Yeah, I mean the rest of that thing annoyed me because, especially challenge idea. Let's see if Superman can save me. Basically, signing death if it's off-world or something.
Right.
Like, how many suicides was there just
None.
from this? Like,
It's like, hey, yo, I heard there's something called Doomsday, but let's see if Superman can save me.
right?
He's not saving me. It's
Yeah.
your boy, Prescott.
Splat.
But yeah, that one, Volume 4, I want to say is the weakest for me. So yeah,
I'd say that that from what I can remember, that it is also for me, but it still it had some good pages, had some good artwork,
yeah, but I mean, nothing
two
really
decent stories.
nothing that really like stuck with me as much, like to the point where I'm like, oh, I want to read that again, or man, that's so amazing. Like, I would think that the Mark Waid Mixus Pitalik one would be a great episode of like Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It just has that playability and stuff. So, but, all right. Well, that's going to kind of wrap us up here. We just wanted to get out Superman Red and Blue, 3 and 4, and then we'll be back, with the last 2 books in August? Yeah. Maybe August when we do it. And remember,
The Krypton Report is part of the Southgate Media Group network of podcasts. If you have an interest, check out Southgate Media Group to see if your podcast is there. I bet it is. At the Southgate Media Group website, you can sign up for our newsletter. You'll get info on all the shows, and you can find what you want. You'll also find links to our sponsors where you can get great products and support the podcast. Also, our book, Pod Life, Podcasting Stories. It's a great book. Check it out. It's nice to hear where people come from and why they do what they do. And remember,